friends, people listening, friend, singular person listening. I don't know how many people listen to this thing now. Could be a couple, could be a few. Depends on your definition. It's our 100th episode. Is that not absolutely absurd to you?
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know if we've actually gained any listeners. If
I don't
anything,
know
we've
either.
lost.
We, I think we've definitely lost some. Um, but I am proud of us for sticking with it. We said we were going to do a podcast. We, I think everybody, including ourselves, thought we were going to make 3 episodes and then not do it anymore. Um, so I am proud of us for sticking it out. I think we put out a for what this is, the level of planning that goes into it, which is absolute zero. I think we put out a decent product when you think
Yeah, I
about it that
mean,
way.
for like you said, off air, no planning, one half-assed agenda, and me giving no energy whatsoever is pretty good.
Yeah, so today we're switching it up. It's a whole new podcast. This is a whole new podcast, bros, coming at you. Sammy and
Yeah,
Marissa's
and
husbands episode or
this
volume 2.
this would be season 3 after this episode.
Yeah, we'll start season 3 right now. Or are we gonna start at 101?
101.
So
So I think when we got to 50, it started at season 2.
this is the season finale of season 2.
Yeah.
Don't
And
expect anything different in the season finale.
I would like to, yeah, don't expect anything different. Energy's probably going to be down. I'm probably going to lie about some stuff unintentionally, otherwise known as misinformation. Um, I'd like to invite the 9 or 10 people I asked to record something, and Trey told me I should have given people a prompt, probably. But the no responses from most of you was just kind of rude. I will say that.
Yeah, no, I think we probably could have went about it a little differently. I think what we do, we're deciding this right now. This is the first time we've discussed this, but I think we do a 10 or however we determine how many people listen to this stupid thing. Whether that be 10, whether that be 3, whether that be 5, whatever it is, we do a that long season for season 3. So if there's 10 listeners, we do a 10 episode season and we have each listener on for the 10 episodes, etc.
I love it. I love it.
We're just brainstorming left and right out here. We're making sausage left and right.
Have you ever made sausage?
Have I ever made sausage? Are you talking
Have
about
you?
cooked sausage or are you talking about putting links in the little
No, putting it in the casing.
No, 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 no.
It's kind of gross when you think about it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
The whole like the sausage casing kind of weirds me out a little bit. Like what is that made out of?
Sometimes it's actual like intestine lining. I think that's how it
Yum.
was. I think that was how it was
Back in the day.
originally done. You know what? This is something that we haven't really utilized
The Google
enough because
machine?
we're both on a computer.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so natural sausage casings are made from the submucosa of the small intestine of meat animals, a layer of the intestine that consists mainly of naturally occurring collagen.
Okay. That's
Some
disgusting, but I
people
mean
call
it
it
is what it is.
sausage skin, which is this
Uh,
sausage skin sounds gross.
it does. It does sound gross. But I mean, I love sausage. Sausage slaps. I love a good sausage link. Insert jokes there.
You know, I'm above that now.
No, you're not.
The I've sent you TikTok, but like Mace and Cam on their podcast,
Yeah. Those are the
them
for the
like
listeners, those are rappers.
yeah, for all you for the uninitiated, the many of you without your card, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the ones that
Um,
are not invited to the cookout.
they say the most suspect shit.
Do they? I didn't really watch those two,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my God. See, what the fuck do I even send you? That
At
that's
least
the
I'm
most
being at least I'm
disrespect.
being honest.
Yeah, that's disrespectful as hell.
I could have lied to you and told you I did watch them, but I didn't watch those, and it was because like I didn't understand there was obviously some background information that I was lacking. I think there was some ongoing something that I didn't have that information. And as I'm watching them, I realized how long the video was about to be. And like you already had 17 in a row for me to watch. So like what am I supposed to do? I can't watch 4 minute videos.
What do you have, the attention span of a fucking goldfish?
No, when Sammy has sent me 55, you have 17, and I got four waiting from Bryce. I only got so much time in an evening. I'm a busy guy.
You know what? I'm being a better man because I have a son now. Because I was about to slur at you.
Nothing you haven't done before, so you might as well keep it going.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. No, I just saw you making a Jim Carrey face in the.
Sick.
All right. Well,
All right, so check this out. Check this out.
okay.
Do something a
All
little
right.
different this week.
All right.
So,
See, this is
what's
the
been
this
up?
is the not plan. Fuck you.
You like that? I figured
Uh,
I'd do that.
I love it. I love it. I love this energy. Uh, it's just good stuff. Well, what's been up for me is pretty standard week at work. Um, Classes coming down to an end. Not much left. We got like what, two weeks left, I think. This weekend, Sam's mom has been in town, so we've been kind of showing her our favorite places and all that good stuff. We took the dogs on a couple adventures to wear them out, so when we're gone, they are not tearing up the house. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. Um, but like they're snoozing right now because we took them down there a little adventure this morning. There's a couple events going on in like our little town area. There was an Oktoberfest that we went and checked out. It was pretty sad. There was like one tent with a couple games. They weren't even playing music when we got there. They had some German food and we got a couple beers, but it was nice. The weather was awesome this weekend. Like it feels so good outside. Um, and then
Did you
last
get
night,
no, my bad. I forgot how these go. I usually talk uninterrupted, so I wasn't affording you the same respect of yapping that you afford me at the
no, I
beginning of
I
every
love the
episode.
follow-up questions. I love the follow-up questions. Just raise your hand next time.
Fair enough.
I'm just kidding.
Continue.
Um, but you're asking if I got German food or German beer? Is that what you're gonna follow up with?
I assumed you had beer, but I was going to ask if you had any schnitzel.
I didn't get any schnitzel. I did get a few German beers. Don't remember which ones because I just got like three different ones. But I didn't get any schnitzel. It didn't really look that great, and it was way overpriced. So I didn't swing it. And then there was supposed to be a fall fest that we were going to go to after. So there was a Oktoberfest in one location, and then there was a fall festival in a different location. And the plan was to go to the Oktoberfest, have a few beers, come home, let the dogs out, do the thing, then go to Fall Fest and get dinner there. Well, while we were at home, letting the dogs out, I decided I wanted some yogurt. So I'm eating one of my little Greek yogurt things. And we didn't have any spoons clean. They were all in the dishwasher. And the dishwasher was dirty. And we had this little um, camping tool that has like a spork on it. You know what I'm talking about, a spork?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but when you say
Okay.
spork, I'm thinking kind of KFC mashed potato spork.
Yes, it's designed the same way. So it's a spoon fork, but it's not plastic. This is like a, no, it's done. But this is
Why
like
do
a
you think they went
camping.
with spork instead of foon?
Great question. Great question. Probably because spork sounds a little better than foon.
It might have something to do with,
Yeah,
which one was the mother and which one was the father? Because you know what a liger is, right? A lion
A
tiger.
lion tiger, yeah.
There's also a Tygon, and it switches based on which one was the mother or the father.
Really, so you think
So
when
maybe there
this
are foons out there.
you think when the spoon and fork had intercourse, one was the father and one was the mother, and that's determined how we came
That's
up
why
with spork?
that's why it's a spork. I'm going to say predominantly the fork is the father in the situation, and majority sporks. But if the spoon is the father, it's a foon.
What do you think came first, the spoon or the fork?
The in like in general,
Yeah, the first
I
utensil
would
was
say
it. Yeah, I'd probably
well,
think
the first
spoon too.
utensil was probably chopsticks.
Yeah, it was probably just a stick, but then one person probably had a great idea to flatten one of those sticks.
Spoon, I think spoon for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I'm glad we narrowed that down. Um,
Check this
but
out.
yeah, so back to my uh camping tool. It's a spork on one end, then it has like a clip, like a carabiner clip on the other end, but there's a knife inside of it. So naturally, I'm fucking with it, uh, trying to get the knife open, and it's like not cooperating. It's not wanting to come out. So I'm thinking the thing's broken because I found it at one point. I don't even know when I got it, but I found it. I got it in some of my like army stuff, but been in my camping box. So I'm messing with it, and I thought the knife was broken. And so, naturally, I gave it one more try and pulled it as hard as I could. And it wasn't broken. Spoiler alert. It came out of the spork and cut the shit out of my pinky. Like I have a cut from the nail on my pinky all the way around to the backside. Like I had to get 5 stitches. So like on a cut on your finger, 5 stitches is kind of a lot. And like, it started bleeding immediately, probably because I had like 3 or 4 beers before this. So I'm bleeding profusely, so I can't even look at it. I wrap it up and I'm like, whatever, it's just a cut. I'll get it to stop bleeding. I'll put some Neosporin on it, and then I'll put a band-aid on it. We'll be good. But when I finally, because I went through like 3 paper towels before I could actually even see it. So then, in like the third paper towel, I was like, screw it. I got to rinse this thing off. I got to see how bad it is. Put it under some water, rinse it off. My fingertip is practically hanging off. Like I cut like halfway through the tip of my finger. You could almost see like the bone exposed. It was disgusting. And I was like, well, I have to get stitches. I can't just put a band-aid on this because my fingertip is practically hanging off. So went to the emergency room because we don't have like an urgent care facility that's not covered under my insurance. So when something like minor happens, you go to the emergency room. And the doctor, the first thing he does is of course get some saline water and just squirt it right into the cut. And it burned so bad. And I was trying to, act like a tough dude, but that shit hurt. And then, he's stitching me up. I'm sitting on the chair, like trying to look away so I don't pass out in this doctor's office. And he stitched it up, put some stuff on it, and now I got you can see, but I got like a little Band-Aid, like gauze type deal on it. But yeah, so Fall Fest was ruined. I ruined Fall Fest. This fucking camping tool. It sucked.
Yeah, knives are pretty dangerous if you're not careful.
Dude, I don't know who had that thing before me and how often they sharpened that thing, but that thing was so sharp.
Dude, a knife will fucking like, cause obviously I work with sharp knives at the fish house. Like a sharp knife will legit cut your finger off
Yeah, no,
if
like I'm telling you, I
you're
cut
careful.
like halfway through my finger. Like I was convinced I was seeing the bone in my pinky finger. Um,
You might have been.
I might have been. I don't know. It was gross.
When Wes cut his finger at work, I think it was his thumb. You could see the bone because he kind of cut it
Yeah,
like joint, like you could legit see the bone.
yeah, that's tough. But so yeah, I ruined Fall Fest, but today, just been kind of hanging out watching football. Sam and her mom went to TJ Maxx to get some crafting stuff, so they're gonna do some fun mother-daughter crafting. And then I've been watching football, so that's been a nice little getaway for me. Um, and then next weekend I go to Cherokee. I'm doing that like bachelor party golf trip type thing. So I got a travel case for my golf clubs that I hope works. I don't have the nicest golf clubs or anything, but I prefer them not to break. But it looks decent. It's got like a hard cover on the top and it's soft on the bottom. So I'll just wrap them up real good. Probably put all my clothes in the golf bag so to give it some cushion.
And
But yeah, that's
probably,
that's about
well,
it.
you get a check bag done.
Yeah, yeah, I get two check bags for free.
Yeah, so
Pretty much every airline I can
um,
check two
yeah, that's
bags and
crazy.
get a carry-on.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know, man. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my golf swing too bad. I have to wrap that sucker up.
Is it your right hand or your left hand?
It's my left. So I'll be wearing my little Michael Jackson
So
glove,
top hand
top
on
hand.
your
Yeah.
swing.
Yep. So there'll be some contact and potentially some rubbing, but I get, you know, 5 or 6 days before that. So hopefully it heals up a little bit and I'll just wrap it up pretty good. Should be fine. I mean, my golf swing sucks anyway, so it's not like I'm going out there trying to, break any course records or anything.
Is it a situation where it's like dissolvable stitches, or you have to get them removed?
Nah, I got to get them removed. So 7 to 10 days. So I'm actually not going to get them removed before the trip. Back like basically after the trip and get them removed.
That kind of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. I guess Tricare can't afford dissolvable stitches, but it is what it is.
I've never had stitches.
Really?
That's I don't know why I said that. I haven't gotten stitches from like a cut. I want to like I had when I had knee surgery, I had like two little stitches in my knee, and then
So so those are
hurt.
stitches from a cut.
Well, from a surgery, so I guess it's different. And then I got stitches in my belly button for my hernia
Fucking
surgery.
dude, I'm gonna lose my mind. McConkey just scored a touchdown.
Hey, how's about me being right with Waller and then not starting him on my own team?
I started him. It's funny. But we'll get to Waller in a little bit. I have some choice feelings about Waller. Um,
The
but
rapper?
yeah, so he is a rapper. Um, he was married to what's her name, the WNBA player that I don't like.
Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, not a
You
fan.
think she's corny.
She's corny. People think she's hot. I don't think so.
I only have eyes for my wife, so I can't really comment.
Yeah, okay. Um, all right, so that's kind of my life of recent. Let's hear about yours. What's been going on?
I did 4 days at work this week, and then I'll be back full time next week. Pretty pretty standard shit at work. Is really slow right now. We're off season, so we're like retail's not too bad, but wholesale, which is my department, is pretty fucking slow. Like we had probably two of our slowest days of the year this week. But I do have a closing on Tuesday coming up where I'll make 5K on that. And then I have a referral from because they're moving to Fayetteville, so I got a referral, I'll make another 2K on that. And then I have a rental active if you know anybody who's looking for a rental.
I don't. I don't know anyone that's looking for a rental other than myself, and it's not in the location that you're renting.
This rental is fully furnished.
That is nice and not nice at the same time.
It You have to be such a specific person to want a long-term furnished rental. Like if it was like a summer 3 month thing, I think it'd be pretty easy. But wanting the long term kind of makes it hard to rent.
Is it close to the college?
It is close to the point, like the movie theater.
Well, that's close enough. I feel like that's the probably the target audience you need to be looking for is college students. Um, because those are the
No
ones that
students.
they don't want students.
Don't want students.
So they don't want students, but they want a person that is wants a home that's fully furnished.
Yeah, so 2,200 fully furnished, and uh they're not paying any of the utilities.
The renter isn't, or the homeowner isn't.
The homeowner isn't.
Well, yeah, I feel like the homeowner doesn't typically pay the utilities, right?
Just kind of depends.
Yeah.
Depends on your
Okay.
price point, what you're trying to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, truthfully, the target population there would be students. However, I get not wanting students to live in your house. Um, but like that would be the target audience, most likely that would be renting a fully furnished home.
Yeah, or like an old person.
Yeah, potentially an old person, I could see that. But an old person probably does have a lifetime accumulated of stuff.
That's true. You'd need an old person who just liquidated everything.
Yeah, which I'm sure there's people out there. Is it like a house or an apartment?
Townhouse. It's like a brick patio home.
Interesting.
Nice
Okay,
place.
that's tough. That's a toughie. That's tough.
Yeah, I had it. I helped them find someone to rent it for 3 months in the summer.
Okay. That makes sense. I can see that.
It was actually a guy who coached the Hammerheads.
Mm.
Hammerheads? That's not right.
It
What's the
used to
baseball
be the
team?
Hammerheads at least.
What's the baseball team?
Oh, the baseball team is Sharks.
The Sharks. The Hammerheads
The
is the soccer team.
soccer team was the Hammerheads.
Yeah, he coached the baseball team.
That's cool. I didn't think about that population either. Those because those guys that come and play for the Sharks, except most of the time they get like host families and they go
Yeah,
stay with like host families and stuff like that.
but that's
But
pretty much it. I'm getting all new tires on my car. Trey's taking a phone call. He's putting himself on mute. Um, yeah, so I got quoted 644 for my tires, for all four tires. And then that doesn't include taxes or the disposal fee for the tires. So I'm looking probably around 700 for my tires on the Lexus,
man, I still am
which
shocked that they're that expensive.
I could do I could do much cheaper tires um like through Walmart,
Hmm.
but I don't know what I'm not an expert on tires and shit. I don't know about the safety of them. I'm sure it's fine if you get much cheaper tires. But we got a baby in the car. It's gonna be her daily driver. So I might as well go with a nicer. It's not the nicest tire, it's like a mid-level tire, but bug it.
I'll get money. I mean, it's made to be spent, right?
Yeah, and I'm making, I got the closing on Tuesday, so whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, there's certain things that you need in life. You gotta have tires, so you might as well we get decent ones.
Yeah, and I think I have a slow leak on one of my tires on the CRV.
That sucks.
I might just get a patch kit if there's a nail and try and do it myself.
Yeah, I feel
But
that.
then driving down the highway, tire explodes because I patched it incorrectly
That
in the
could get
correct
awkward.
place.
That could get awkward. How's getting back into the workout regimen going?
I did a walk today. That's pretty much it.
Okay,
I'm
I mean
planning
that's a start.
I'm planning on doing a workout tomorrow. And I told Nick that if I don't do a workout tomorrow, he can come down here at my expense and choke me to sleep.
I feel like that's pretty good motivation.
So I'm gonna do something.
Yeah, I mean it's not just tomorrow. You just gotta keep it up. I mean, even if you
I
just
think right now the hardest thing for me is just doing one, and then it'll be easier.
Yeah, I mean that's the starting is always the toughest part, but it's got to be a consistency thing. So like you got to just
I was in a
even
good
if you're
rhythm. I was in a good rhythm. And then,
yeah,
I mean, but shit happens, just gotta fucking not beat yourself up about it. Do it. Just get to it.
shit does happen. Like I said, you had a major life event, but you got to get back on the wagon.
And I had a conversation with Mike last night, and he had some very choice words about cereal. So I'm gonna throw out my cereal.
Yeah, I mean cereal probably I haven't had cereal and I don't know how long, but it's probably really bad for you to be honest. The stuff that they
I
put in.
cannot, I literally cannot tell you on a recorded thing the things he was saying about cereal.
I
But
can imagine. I can imagine.
I'm sure you have an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a pretty good idea. And whatever. But you gotta get back on the wagon. Get back on the wagon, even if it's just dropping down and doing some push-ups and sit-ups on your living room floor. You know,
I mean, yeah, like stuff like that, there's no reason you can't do.
no, there's not. Going to the gym could get tough. You just got to find time to do it. Make time to do it.
I really want to, other than, main motivation of being living long for my son, I would like to start playing basketball again because I'm going fucking insane. It's been almost a year.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but we both know you're retired.
Don't ever.
Look, there's no shame.
I'm coming off averaging 22 points a game
Yeah, you're missing the season.
because I'm injured.
Yeah, you've been injured.
Yeah, that's the biggest, dumbest thing I did was I stopped doing my workouts for my foot, and my foot started hurting again. So,
Consistency is key, baby. You got to keep that consistency.
and losing weight is only going to help my foot. So,
100%. Yeah. I mean, that's probably what caused the injury in the first place, just stressing too much on it.
I mean, you're 250. I mean, when we were in college, I was around 220, which isn't great, but I mean, it's not that bad. And then I'm playing basketball probably 6 years, at least once a week at 250, training for a marathon or a half marathon for 6 months at 250, not adjusting my diet. Uh, Another big mistake, but whatever. Gotta keep going.
Keep it
Definitely didn't
pushing.
help. Definitely didn't help.
It didn't help. And I mean, hindsight is 2020, but
Hindsight's
you know,
2025, babe.
hindsight's 2025. I like it. Yeah, you just got to get on a plan and just tell yourself that you're gonna do it. Just follow the daily workout plan and just make it a non-negotiable. And you might have to rethink the non-negotiables a little bit with the birthing. But you're postpartum right now.
I'm experiencing a little postpartum depression, I think. Yep, I think that's fair. And to answer our question from earlier, the spoon predates the knife and the fork.
Okay. Yeah, spoon is 100% the elite utensil. I use a spoon for almost everything. I rarely use a fork.
I don't. I don't think I use a spoon for anything other than cereal and ice cream, which is probably why I'm in the situation I'm in.
Nice.
Self burn.
Those damn Fruit Loops, man. What's your cereal of choice?
Probably my top three cereals ever. Uh, not in any order. Honey Smacks, which I don't know if they make them anymore. Uh, Raisin Bran Crunch Extra Scoop,
Mm, good stuff.
and probably ooh, see this last one. You can go Reese's Puffs, Fruit Loops, Cookie Crisp, or shredded mini wheats. I'll probably go Cookie Crisp. I never have that, but those were always good.
I'm never been a big chocolatey cereal guy. It's just not for me. I think Raisin Bran Crunch Double Scoop is the
Yeah,
elite
it's great
cereal.
cereal. Yeah,
Great cereal.
we used to
I
eat the shit
did
out of that in college.
I was walking around the farmer's market this weekend and they had a candle scented like Fruity Pebbles, and it smelled just like Fruity Pebbles. And it brought me back to a time because I ate a lot of Fruity Pebbles in high school. And you find that like happy medium of the Fruity Pebbles are just soggy enough, but they still have a little bit of crunch to them. Those are good bites. Those are good bites of cereal.
I think the best iteration of Fruity Pebbles is like a Fruity Pebbles drink situation, like slushy kind of mixed milkshake flavoring.
I could see milkshake, but like a slushy type deal, that I don't like that. It sounds weird. That
I'm
sounds like
thinking of
something we get from that place that was by our apartment in college. What was it called?
Munchies.
Munchies. I feel like they had a Fruity Pebble something.
They had a Cookie Monster milkshake that had so much food coloring in it that when you shit the next day, it would be blue. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
That's awesome. I was telling somebody about the bachelor party being down in New Orleans and how we get those slushies at like 10 a.m. And then by 11 a.m. we were, you know, drunk and all walking around with like bright blue mouths.
Dude, that was, I don't think I'll ever consume that much alcohol again in my life.
That photo I have of Drew with just the bluest mouth you could have ever imagined is so funny.
We'll probably have to do like a 10-year reunion trip.
That'd be fun. We should do, I mean, I think we do fringe trips every year. I think that needs to happen. Whether it be fringe trips with all the couples or if it's just a dude's trip or if, whatever it is. Maybe me, Mike, and Corey will just go on our golf trips um, and exclude we'll exile the rest of the friend group and it'll just be me, Mike, and Corey. But we got to do something every year, I think. Um, this needs to
Yeah, I
happen.
think so. I think a golf trip would be fun, actually. Like I would do it.
Yeah, and I
You know,
mean,
I got
if you
invited to go.
suck, you suck.
got invited to go golfing by a guy at work, and I told him yes. So
You
Corey, when you hear
should.
this, don't be mad.
That's funny. He's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, he's gonna be so mad. But I'm doing it for you. Yeah, I want you to understand that.
Yeah. He's doing it so that he can come embarrass himself on the golf course and you can have a buddy to play with. But golf is overall fun. It's easy on your body. It is the most frustrating thing in I think in the entire world, but
It
it's a
seems
good
good.
time.
I don't know if I have the patience for it.
But if you just go into it as like, hey, we're out here to have fun. I'm out here to drink a couple beers with the boys and progressively see myself get a little better each time you go, then overall it's not that frustrating. You just realize that it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things, and it's a really fun it's a fun time. There's always nice weather, because you obviously don't go golfing when it's raining or whatever, but it's just nice weather. You're out there, you're drunk driving a golf cart around. It feels somewhat illegal at times, but it's fun. It's a good game to get into. All right, well, with that, we will take a commercial break and then jump into part two.
What's going on, guys? This is Corey, your number one fan, the most, the most loyal listener of the podcast. Sorry, I thought I was getting pulled over for a second there. And where the fuck am I? Should I redo this? Nah, fuck it. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, 100 episodes, 100 fucking episodes of the Sammy and Marissa's Husbands podcast. I cannot believe it. I was thinking back on when Tyler told me that you guys would be starting this podcast. I think we were at Putter Pub, and I won't lie, there was some judgment on my part. There was a hint of judgment, not a lot, but the judgment was there, and I am not afraid to admit that I was wrong. The pod has become a part of all of our lives now, except for Tingo, and it's become part of my every week routine. And it's something that I really don't ever want to go away. It helps my week get started. those shitty Monday, Tuesdays, it's a little bit better because I can listen to my boys. I can tune in, can figure out what's going on with my boys who, no longer live in the same city as me. And I just think it's a really good thing. I can't believe we're at 100 episodes now. It's kind of surreal. I know it hasn't really got you guys the fame and fortune that you were expecting at this point. And so I was actually kind of curious. I did a quick Google search to see about how many episodes it typically takes for a podcast to gain a following. And the search came back and said that it was about 20 episodes of a podcast that gets you a following. So good news is you guys have done the work. You've put in the time. 20 times 5 now, 100 episodes. And I think that means that fame, fortune, and success are right around the corner. It has to be. So, look, I love it. I love you guys. I hope you keep doing what you're doing for a long time. And I hope that the next time I come on the pod and my mic isn't working right, that somebody actually fucking says something. That would be cool. But congratulations. I'm here for you whenever you need a little more entertainment, a little humor to come on the pod. But I love it. I enjoy it. Glad you guys do it. And look forward to 100 more. Love you.
And welcome back. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate you doing that. I don't know if you said nice things or bad things because I said I wouldn't listen to it beforehand. Uh, so if there's anything that needed to be bleeped out and it didn't, uh, sorry.
Uh, and it is what it is. I'm sure they were lovely, delightful things and nothing about misinformation.
No.
All
Um,
right.
there was before we get going, I did ask Wes to send something in. He did send me something just now. If you want me to, I can wait, or I can, or we can just hop into football.
Just wait. Just wait on it. We'll throw it in the next commercial break and see how it goes from then.
Heard that.
But moving into football. So before we dive into fantasy and all that good stuff, I do want to ask you, what's up with Mark Sanchez?
Dude, one, scary. I mean, he almost died. I don't know. We have to wait. He's been charged with 3 misdemeanors. That doesn't mean he's been found guilty.
Correct.
So, but what it seems, what I've gathered, is he was intoxicated, and there was a guy who was double parked, and they argued. I guess Sanchez, he, I don't know if that dude knew who Mark Sanchez was and started saying some like butt fumble shit to him. That's my theory, is the guy was a football fan and he knew who it was and just started going at him. And then Sanchez assaulted him, is my theory. And then that guy stabbed him in self-defense. I hope that's not what happened because Mark Sanchez is my favorite football player of all time. So
That's kind of what I saw. The funny parts to me was he was a 69-year-old truck driver.
from what it seems like Sanchez beat the shit out of him
Yeah,
and then
it's
stabbed.
so from what I kind of looked up, it sounds like you said, it was a parking slash loading situation. I think the truck was unloading somewhere and it was double parked. So Mark probably was like, "Hey man, like get the fuck out of the way" or something. And that truck driver did not like it. You could have said something about the butt fumble or how bad the Jets were or yada yada yada. But uh allegedly, allegedly, so we don't get sued, right? But Mark Sanchez pulled him out of the truck and the guy pepper sprayed him. And then Mark Sanchez kept attacking him, is what I read. And and the guy then proceeded to stab him multiple times.
It's crazy like when you watch Sanchez play, he was never really like a tough guy. I mean, he was a good football player for a couple of years, but like you never think of him like I never thought of him as like a hard-nosed, like scrappy dude. I mean, there are videos of him when he would get lined up outside and a corner would flinch at him, and then Sanchez would get a false start because he would like flinch. So, but also it's an old man, and Sanchez is like probably like 6'4", probably like 220. It's not like he's a
Yeah.
small dude.
Sounds like he's a pretty confrontational drunk.
which is crazy because he's in interviews and like when he's calling games, he's not like that.
He doesn't seem like that now.
Another, yeah, another thing, which makes me wonder what the guy said to him. Granted, I'm a free speech absolutist, so the, you know,
It could have, it must have been bad. There, I don't see now, given I don't know Mark Sanchez, I don't know anything, but it doesn't seem like he would be the person that just pulls a dude out of his truck and starts to beat the shit out of him because he's parked in two spots.
yeah. Also another thing I heard, and I don't, this could be fake news, but I heard that he was allegedly doing wind sprints in the alley by like where this happened before the confrontation. So he must have been fucked up.
I didn't hear that. That's funny.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. We
which
needed that soon.
I hope that part's true because that's hilarious. That's like some shit we would do.
He's just out there. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Just got out of the bar and he's like, you know what? I gotta get back. I gotta get back to the league. He's out
Just
there.
racing some fan.
Oh man, I don't know what a situation. But moving on, let's talk some fantasy football decisions. So I want you to go through and really talk those key lineup changes you did make and if they've played out for you, if they've hurt you, and if you think they're going to play out, etc. So for the listener, it's like what 5 p.m. for you? 5 p.m. The second game's just started of the Sunday, so we've got a good look um, on what first games how they've played out, but we really haven't seen too much in the second game so far.
Yeah, so I'll start with my redraft league. I'm down by 6 right now, but I'm projected 156 and Drew's projected 200. I'm gonna get my shit beat in. Um, I'll just go with who I started in. If there was even a question of me uh not starting them, Jalen Hurts, no. Alvin Kamara, no, because I have no help at running back. Woody Marks, who I picked up because it was looking like he was going to be Houston's go-to guy after last week, and they beat the shit out of Baltimore, so he didn't even really get much work. He only got me 2 points.
Damn.
Jettas was always going to start. He got me 19. Puka always going to start. Got me 24. Jalen Waddle, he was always going to start for me 23. Dallas Goddard, I started him at tight end. Um, he got me 10, which is okay. And then the flex spot, I started TJ Hawkinson where I should have started Darren Waller because Darren Waller finished with 18. Hawkinson got me 9, and I'm probably going to switch that going forward because Hawks really just been sitting at that 7 and 9 every game. Uh, my other flex is not, it was between Kareem Hunt and Cooper Kupp, and I went with Cooper Kupp, which will probably end up being a mistake. Kupp's got me 5 points close to halftime. And then Carson Wentz was my super flex. Uh, he was always going to start for me because my other option is Trevor Lawrence, and I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence, and I have the Jettas stack and the Hawkinson stack. That's part of the reason that he stayed in for me. And then my redraft league, um, outlook is better on that. I'm projected to win, not by much, but things are looking up in that one. I got Justin Herbert, he was always going to start. Saquon was always going to start. My next running back is like the most dismal. I probably have the worst, other than Saquon, running back group in history. I started Xavier Scott, who last week got 17 for the Vikings. He got me negative point 0.2. My other option was Dylan Sampson, who I had started the first 2 weeks, but he's getting next to no touches now. But he finished with 1.2, so I should have started him. My other option was Braylon Allen, who's on the IR. And Joe Mixon would be my starter, but Who knows if he's even going to play this year? This is my dynasty team, so I have to draft a running back next year in the rookie draft. So hopefully there's a good running back coming out of college. My receivers, Jettas was always going to start. Nico Collins was always going to start. Jackson Smith and Jigbo was always going to start. Tight end, I started Mark Andrews. I should have started David Njoku, but Njoku's been shit all year. I have Brock Bowers, but he was out, so that wasn't really an option. And Brock Bowers' backup, Michael Mayer, is also out, so I wasn't going to take a flyer on a third string tight end. At my flex, I got Keon Coleman, who still needs to play. My other flex, Quentin Johnson, he's playing right now. He's got one catch and one carry. At my super flex, I started Justin Fields, who finished with 29.9, which great. But I was torn between him and Mac Jones.
Hmm.
And Mac Jones finished with 26. And the way this game was looking for most of the game, I was like, that was a dumb decision to start Fields over Jones, but it ended up working out. Eagles defense got me 2 points.
Of course, because the last
Nobody on
last
my
couple
bench has done
weeks,
anything other than David Njoku.
Eagles defense has been going crazy.
No, yeah, it's sick. Yeah, it's sick. I have Bills defense starting in my redraft league, but it really doesn't matter because I'm getting my shit beat in.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
didn't
Drew.
have I didn't have too many decisions I had to make. The biggest one was at tight end in the league I'm in with Mike, and I picked up Darren Waller after last week's, game. He's had t two touchdowns. My two options were him and Juwan Johnson for the Saints. He's been playing good all season, like nothing crazy, but he gets a lot of targets. Last week, I think his targets went way down. He only had three targets. So, I thought maybe he'll bounce back. I was really up in the air on who I needed to start, him or Waller, because Waller played great last week, but he only had three targets. I knew that would probably go up a little bit because Tyreek Hill got injured, but I didn't know like if he was just going to be a red zone target or what he was going to be. So I ended up going with him. Thankfully, I did because he got what 18 points, and then Juwan Johnson only got 3.7 with two catches. So great decision on my part with a little help from my pal. So I appreciate you kind of talking me into it while keeping him on your bench. But
That's
that
that's the
definitely
that's
paid
the
off.
nice thing about it. It makes me look smart for you. And then Drew texted me and was like, "You're an idiot for leaving Waller on the bench." I'm like, "Oh, fucking Christ."
Yeah, just but the thing about Waller, so like what was the stat line? Five catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. But it was all in the first half. He didn't even get targeted in the second half. So that makes me worried about, following on in the season. Except hopefully they go back and watch the film where like we need to get Waller the ball more because the Dolphins offense looked great in the first half, and then they end up losing to the Panthers, which, they should be embarrassed about because they were beating the hell out of them in the first half, and then they stopped throwing to Waller, they stopped making plays. They almost looked like they were trying to run clock, and it ended up costing them because losing to the Panthers is embarrassing. But speaking of the Panthers,
Well,
Rico Dowdle, I don't even know how to say his last name. Rico Dowdle went crazy. He had like 205 rushing yards.
I think he used to play for the Cowboys.
That is potential, but that could be completely misinformation. I don't know. I do think he's pretty young, and the only reason he really got a bunch of burn is because Chua Hubbard was hurt and didn't play. So he's been getting snaps all season, but really nothing significant because Chuba's been getting the bulk. But now I think Chuba owners are probably like, damn, because they're gonna 100% give more touches to Rico. Um, because why not? I mean, he looks like a inspired runner. He definitely he got his opportunity and he took it. So, props to him. But so that was
Played
my
five
first
seasons with the
decision.
Cowboys.
Really, I thought he was much younger than that. I thought he was like second, third year in the league.
2020 to 2024.
Some kind of fan I am. But also receiver wise, so I have Quentin Johnston for the Chargers as well as Lad McConkey. And the whole season I've been like Johnston is a fluke. Johnston's a fluke. Um, every game he's went crazy. So I finally decided to start him. He's got one catch for 11 yards going into halftime, and McConkey got the touchdown that I left on my bench. I still think McConkey's ceiling is fairly low, but he does have the higher floor over Johnson, I think. I think there's definitely time for Johnson to get pick it up in the second half, but truthfully, he's a must start at this point based on how he's been playing.
Yeah, especially for me because I have Justin Herbert.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but my boy, my boy Indiana Jones played okay. He got 16 points. Did they win or lose against Las Vegas? They
They destroyed the Raiders.
okay, they did. They beat the
JT
hell out of
went
the Raiders.
nuts.
Yeah, that's funny. And that's gonna bring me to a point here in a second that I need to talk about, but we'll finish up fantasy. In my other league, I thought I was gonna do okay, which it's not looking great right now. Our running backs, I had a good outlook. I got Derrick Henry and I started Breece Hall, and Breece Hall played pretty good. He did have a fumble, which sucked. Derrick Henry ended up scoring a touchdown, but like he only had 33 yards. So I don't know what's going on with Derrick Henry. I know that they were their struggle, they got a lot of people hurt, Lamar's out, etc., which I thought was going to be good for Derrick Henry. But he only got 33 yards. I'm trying to look at the carries real quick. He had 15 carries. Like, what are we doing? Give Derrick Henry the ball. He did tie uh oh man, who'd he tie in touchdowns? Some He's fifth all time now. He's just passed somebody for I can't remember. I just heard it, but he just passed somebody for fifth all time on the rushing touchdowns list, and it's like a legend. So, you know, craziness. Derrick Henry is one of the goats at the running back position. But receivers in that league, I kind of felt like my hand was forced. I went with Pickens, who played okay. I started Chris Godwin for the Bucks, and Mike Evans is out. They got what's the receiver's name for the Bucks? Eh, from Ohio State. I can't think of his name. Oh, Egbuka or whatever, Emeka Egbuka. Um, he's
Yeah, he's
he's
pretty.
he's kind of turned into that clear cut number one. But I figured Chris Godwin being back, it might push down his targets a little bit. Chris Godwin's a good receiver, but he's got one catch for 13 yards so far going into halftime. So I'm hoping that those numbers bump up a little bit. I can at least get like 10 from him. And then I had to start Jamison Williams, which I don't love that idea, but it was either that or go with T. Higgins, which zero catches for 0 yards, or put Sam Laporta into my flex spot, which looking at it right now would have been the best choice because he's got three catches, 46 yards for a touchdown. Uh, but he's been playing ass all season, so I don't know if I could have justified putting him as my flex. But it is what it is. I'm probably going to
Yeah.
lose in that league anyway. But I am looking.
It,
My
it
outlook looks
this is the
okay.
most frustrating shit. Fantasy, like any sport, fantasy is the most frustrating fucking shit, especially when you I knew I should have started Waller,
Yeah.
but I knew I should have started Njoku too. Like, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you're an idiot." I'm like, I wanted to, man. I just, I, I mean, you know how it is. It's fucking annoying as shit.
Yeah, it's super annoying. It's super annoying. One question I have about the Bengals moving forward is, the Giants situation. They got Russ, who they've benched. Then they're starting Jackson Dark now. And they got Jameis just sitting there at the third string spot. And I think they should try and ship Jameis out and get him to the Bengals. Let famous Jameis go revive the Bengals offense. Get my boy T. Higgins some catches. I mean, what do you think about that? Should the Bengals go after Jameis, or should they go after
Um,
anybody, or should they just make the season a wash?
I, I mean, what's their record now? 1-4.
Yeah, I think they won that first game and they lost the rest.
I mean, you have a talented roster. I think you should always, if you can get somebody for cheap, which you could probably get Jameis Winston for cheap, and you know he's going to come in there and fucking play hard. And no disrespect to Jake Browning, but I mean, he's not as good as Jameis Winston. So,
He's definitely not. I mean, the problem with the Bengals offense right now is their offensive line can't keep the quarterback up. So, truthfully, it might not matter who's there. at quarterback. But Jake Browning has looked bad.
You know, I mean, you're back up for a reason.
Fair. But backups are supposed to be able to come in and, handle a game, and he just doesn't look like he can do that.
I think Jake Browning could come in and handle a game for a guy to get injured, and then I don't know if he can lead a team as their starter. I mean, I don't like I'm not talking shit because I definitely don't want to talk shit about an athlete who's a much better athlete than I am. But you know, they're 0-4 with him. So what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, if I was a Bengals fan, I would be screaming for Jameis. First of all, I like Jameis.
How's about this? How's about they go after Carolina Panthers practice squatter Hendon Hooker?
Yeah, but then they're in the same boat with an unseen player who really hasn't gotten NFL snaps. I mean, they could get Hendon Hooker, but I mean, it's let him in and just hope they take you to the promised land. I think pick him up, maybe
You got a bad O line. Hooker can move a little bit.
that's fair.
I mean, what, you can't go after a guy like, seasoned vet athletes like Tyrod Taylor or Josh Johnson. They just don't have gas anymore. I don't even think Josh Johnson's in the league. Well, actually, we did discuss. He is he's on the Commanders.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'd be wanting them to go after and grab somebody, but moving on for the Bengals, I do want to talk about that situation I talked to you about, I think last week when I made a trade in one of our leagues and the guy screenshotted and put it in the chat. So
Hmm.
there's ongoing developments with that situation. And basically what happened is there was a bunch of chatter going on in the chats, and the guy that screenshotted my trade offer and put in the chat, which I was, annoyed with, he put in the chat and had the audacity to say that he's open for trades.
Yeah,
So fuming immediately when I saw that. I was like, "Oh, you're open for trades now." But so naturally, I said something. I said in the chat like, "Oh, be careful if you make a trade with Lamar. He doesn't like it. He'll screenshot it and put it in the chat." And I got some ha-has on my comment, which made me feel appreciated. And then he replied back and said that he didn't know we had females in the group. And thankfully, my pal Mike came to my defense, and he said, "What's more female screenshotting or calling somebody out?" So I appreciate that, Mike, having my back. And then I played him last week, and he didn't accept the trade offer, and I ended up beating him. And Jonathan Taylor sucked, and Omarion and Quentin Johnson, who were my two offers for him, went crazy. So I said maybe you should have accepted it, and you would have won last week. So basically, I'm beefing with the TQL employee right now.
that sounds like it. And well, Mike doesn't work at TQL anymore.
No, he doesn't. It's people that he used to work with.
Oh, okay. Um, I like that Mike sticking up for you because only he can talk shit to you.
Exactly. Yeah, no, he definitely he stuck up for me, which I appreciate. Needed somebody
I
to have
think
my
Mike said
back
this
in this
guy's a big
situation.
fat guy.
Yeah, yeah, I've been informed he's my arch nemesis for other reasons, and that reason being his elevated BMI.
You got to be careful though because you have a history of getting your ass whipped by fat dudes.
I wouldn't say that. I think one time I got put in a chokehold in the pouring rain after consuming far too many drinks.
Don't blame it on the elements, boy.
It won't happen again.
As a milit
Compared.
as a military man, it'll happen the next time I see you if I wanted to. As a military man, you should prepare for all potential outcomes.
Me and you, we we got a date in the racquetball room of the rec center, me and you.
All I'm saying is your boss wouldn't let me into the military because of how I look, and I'd probably beat the shit out of all you fit guys. You haven't been in the trenches eating
Eating
cookout milkshakes
eating cookie
to main
cookie crisps.
to maintain your power.
Yeah, no, I don't got you in that scenario. I got you.
You wasn't with me eating in the cafeteria.
I
You know what I'm
wasn't.
saying?
I wasn't not.
Anyway,
Me and you got a date. We got a date on the racquetball room. Sell it for pay-per-view. We'll publish it on the pod. We'll post it.
that done. Oh, we still have to do here's something for the season that I'm gonna do. Season it won't be put on Spotify, but it'll be put on our YouTube channel, so everybody subscribe. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna fight a guy I work with. 'Cause we were talking about
Okay.
like having to do like an amateur fight. You
Yeah,
remember?
that was a terrible idea, but we did talk about that. Yeah.
Well, we both agreed to it, so I'm just gonna spar with this guy.
Truthfully, I agreed to it because I knew you weren't going to do it. But
So I mean, when I do this and I spar with this guy, are you gonna uphold your end?
I mean, you said it was a sanction. It was supposed to be a sanctioned amateur fight.
Well, that's absurd.
Well, that's what you said.
Well, I'm going to spar with this guy, so you should spar with one of your military quote unquote friends.
Yeah, I don't
Don't you
have any
guys have a
military
gym for
friends
that?
out here. Yeah, we do have a gym for that, but we'll see. I'll let you uphold your end of the deal, and we'll see how stupid you look first, and then we'll
Okay,
we'll go from
I can promise you I will not look good.
there. Yeah,
And the
true.
dude I'm gonna be sparring with is like 175, and he's gonna beat the shit out of me.
Nice, nice,
Yeah, like 5'5".
interesting.
He's probably like 5'8", but I call him tiny and like small all the time, and it really pisses him off.
Does he call you big and fat?
No, no,
Sounds like a
because
good, upstanding member of
because
society.
he's a better person than I am.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. Let's move on to baseball a little bit. I want to ask
I don't
basically
want to
one
fuck. I don't
question.
want to fucking talk about baseball.
Yeah, we won't talk about baseball records and games, but Aaron Judge set the AL record for intentional walks in a season with 35.
Who
Can
gives
you
a fuck?
guess? Can you guess how many Barry Bonds had?
For 1 year, 200 something.
Oh, Christ. No.
Oh, intentional walks.
Intentional walks. That means like, go up,
Yeah,
catcher
no, I know what it
stands up.
means. I know what it means.
Okay. I mean, given Aaron Judge had 35 and it's the all-time record in the AL.
Yeah, but I know it's not close. Uh, is it over 100 or is it like
Yeah,
90 something?
it's over 100.
130?
120, which comparing that to 35, which is the record for the AL, is absolutely absurd to me.
Barry Bonds is, in my opinion, leaps and bounds the best player to ever play baseball. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
no,
close.
I'm with you on that. And I think that stat just goes to show. I mean, given that was the height, but if you look at the list of NL walks in a season, intentional walks in a season, he has these all 10 on the list. There's a couple other people that are up on the list, but they aren't close to that 120 mark. But I mean, you do got to factor in the AL versus NL because in the National League, I could be getting this backwards, but I'm pretty sure National League, the pitcher doesn't hit.
No,
Or no,
in the
no, no,
National
no.
League, the
Yes,
pitcher does hit,
yes.
or he
So
used
there's
to.
more. A lot of times, there's more intentional walks for players because they'll walk somebody just to get the pitcher up next. But the AL doesn't have that, so they have less intentional walks.
But also, Barry Bonds was not hitting eighth.
No, absolutely not. Barry Bonds' statistic doesn't have anything to do with that. But there are
Yeah,
people with a lot of intentional walks on the season because the next player would be the pitcher. But yeah, so
I think that's one of the dumbest things they ever did was getting rid of that. That made it fun. I
yeah,
loved when the pitchers would hit.
I think the pitchers should hit. They're a part of the team. I get it. They want to have the
And then
home runs and blah blah
you'd
blah.
have an American League team, like when the Yankees Subway Series would play the Mets and the Mets were the home team, those AL pitchers would have to hit and they might only get 5, 6 at bats a year. And you
Right.
got a guy like CC Sabathia who would have fucking 2 home runs.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they should bring it back. Bring back the pitcher's hit, and
There's
then
no
we'll have.
no shot. They're
Nah, it
they're
won't happen.
they're making baseball a game for people who don't love baseball.
Exactly. They want to see, you know, home runs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Let me get
Which
off
I
my
mean,
soapbox. I told you I didn't want to fucking talk about baseball.
I mean, chicks dig the long ball, but you know, it is what it is. But let's move into basketball. Just kind of touch
What
on
the
it a
fuck do
little
I care
bit.
about what women like with baseball?
Fair.
You know?
Um,
You know what I mean?
chicks dig the long ball. You want your boy to be hitting singles through the shortstop and third base gap, or you want to be cranking out knockers.
Pause.
Yeah, knockers probably was a weird term for that, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I would like the Mets to win games, so I think we need a little more in the gap singles.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your son specifically.
Listen, if my son can hit a fucking baseball, that will be the biggest plot twist of all time. All right. He's already
Uh,
going to be a little dude, which is fine, but like I'm getting him into like tennis or something.
that Paul's on that. Paul's on that. Well, that's part of my random question.
Okay.
We'll come back to this topic, but let's move into basketball and we'll just kind of touch on it. But did you see that Wemby highlight?
Jesus fuck.
Is he going to have a prime Shaq season?
I fucking maybe.
Dude, that was crazy.
Who was that?
It was Luke Cornett,
Luke Cornett's a big dude.
7'1", 250 pounds. A little light in the ass for 7'1". I
I
mean,
was going to say,
that's
you never say that to me.
you're not light in the ass, my friend. But 7'1", 250 pounds. I mean, he's not a small human being by any means. Uh, But Wimby, I mean, that was crazy. He like shoulder checked him at the free throw line and then almost touched his knees to the backboard.
No, he full on sunned him. And Luke Cornett is a decent defender too.
He's a respectable NBA player for sure.
Yeah.
I did
Completely got
like
sunned.
that scrimmage. I think it mimicked kind of what colleges do with their like Midnight Madness thing. Um, I liked what being able to watch that. That was a cool thing. I don't think NBA teams typically do that. I'd like to see that happen. They probably call it like a gray on white scrimmage or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But back to that play, do you think it was a charge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the arm extended a little too much, and I think they would have called it a charge. A little bit more than my notorious flip, if you ask me.
Yeah, I would say. I would say it's more.
But overall, I mean, that was big time. Um, but moving into this, based on that play, I think, it sparked a lot of people potentially thinking Wemby might have a crazy breakout season, and people might start talking about picking him first overall in the fantasy drafts. And I wanted to ask, who are your like five or six options for number one picks as we approach the season? Who are those people that are like, yeah, they could potentially be a number one pick?
I think Wemby has to be in consideration.
For sure. I think
Um,
he's definitely in the conversation.
Jokic needs to be up there.
Hmm.
Embiid if he's healthy, but I
Okay.
don't think he'll go one. I don't think he's really a one.
Because of the health concerns, probably.
Yeah. I mean, numbers wise, he can definitely put it up. I mean, Luca's got that potential.
Yeah.
Braun has slipped into a second round pick, I think.
Yeah, he's not in that same conversation. The only other name that
Uh,
I really had in those
Shy.
Shy definitely could be up there.
He's a
Um,
first rounder.
I think Giannis is still in the conversation. He's definitely not a first overall pick, but he's in that type of players that kind of do everything and they're going to accumulate a lot of fantasy points.
I won a championship with Giannis as my number one. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean every year Giannis is going to be in that conversation of first overall pick. Shy was definitely towards the bottom of my list. Ant, I think is going to have a crazy season, but I don't think he's in that same group of people. I think he's going to score like crazy, but just I don't see him that ceiling of fantasy points the same as those other guys.
Yeah. Honestly, I have to do a little more research because I've been so focused on fantasy football. I always forget about this part of the year when we got two. Yeah, what's going on, Sade?
You can hear your headphones in.
Can you hear me?
No.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I think researches definitely have to be done. A lot of people, this is a hard time to start fantasy basketball because you're right in the heat of fantasy football, and um, it's definitely a hard time to get into it. But I'll probably do the same thing I always do and listen to a YouTube video the night before the draft, or probably hours before the draft happens, and then uh, regret not looking more into it as the season unfolds.
yeah, I did that last year and I ended up with a first round bye. I mean, I had a good team last year.
Hmm.
I same thing that always happens, when you have a decent season, uh, you get bit by the injury bug. I had Braun and he faked that injury at the end of the year to be ready for the playoffs and he fucked me. So,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good basketball season. I think there's a lot to be unknown. We're in a good time for basketball right now where it's not, we're not going to see the Lakers or we're not going to see LeBron versus the Warriors in the finals anymore. Like uh it's it's up for grabs. It really is.
I think so too and it's nice to see some new blood. It's something that happened the other day that I do think is cool and I'll be watching Seth Curry getting picked up by the Warriors. I think that's pretty sick.
That's pretty awesome. And I saw that he tried to buy number 30 from Steph.
That's fine.
I think
I
it
don't know if
was
he's got enough. I don't know if he's got enough.
yeah, that's what Steph said, I think, to him. He's like, "Hey, brother, you ain't got enough.
Yeah, I
You're a
don't want.
little."
I don't want to be
He
pie.
told him you're a little too light in the ass.
Shit.
But
I'm
it is a
gonna
cool
before we
cool
hop in.
scenario. Hmm.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely really cool. Like the legitimate Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
I Wes's submission to me. I just asked him to give me his top five rap albums of all time since he's the rap analyst. So I'll knock them out
Okay.
real quick before we get into a commercial break.
Is that what he
His
recorded
top
or are you
five.
just
No, no, no. He just sent it to me.
okay, gotcha.
Marshall Mathers LP, Shocked, by Eminem. College Dropout, Kanye, great album.
Mhm.
Get Rich or Die Trying by the homie,
Great pick.
great album. Forest Hills Drive, J. Cole, great album.
Great pick.
And The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller, which I really loved that when we were in college. That was a great album.
Yeah.
To
That was
five bangers.
yeah, great list. You know, mine would be fairly similar to be honest with those four. I wouldn't have Marshall Mathers in there as my one for sure. Probably wouldn't have it in my top five, but just because it's not my style. But
It
I
would it
think
would be
I'd
in my it would be in my it would be in my top 10, but I think it's the weakest out of these.
yeah, it's just personal preference, but definitely I think great list.
All right, let's hop into a commercial.
All right, we'll be back.
Hello, Sammy and Marissa's husbands. I don't say this lightly, but I admire the fact that y'all stuck to this for so long. Y'all historically have had a very, very short attention span and have not been able to dedicate more than 5 minutes towards a task before you give up in failure. However, 100 episodes, that's definitely something to hang your hat on. I appreciate y'all helping me with my Monday morning commutes and giving me something to laugh at about how foolish y'all are. All the mistakes y'all make and inaccurate information spread to the masses. Y'all keep it up, even though you've done literally no work in advertising. or getting new listeners, the five of us that do appreciate what y'all putting out there. I love you. Goat team.
Hell yeah, Mike. I appreciate that. Or I hate it. I don't know. Not going to listen to it. I did ask Mike to do a little investigative journalism, which who knows? I mean, that could be what this morphs into. I don't know if we're going to keep doing an episode a week. We go to 2 weeks. Who knows? Maybe we add a little YouTube content. Whatever we decide we're going to do going forward, uh, we need to start making some money.
I think we're
Like,
long away from making money from this.
uh, listen, don't be mad at me because I have aspirations of getting out of the slums
I love your aspirations.
of my 3 bedroom home.
All right, moving forward for the rest of this segment. Well, not the rest of the segment, but to start this segment off is I want to talk some WNBA. W.
W.
W. And just because there's a lot of like it's happening right now, they're in the finals, but Asia Wilson wins her fourth MVP. And I want you to listen to her accolades. And then I got a question for you at the end of these accolades. So, Rookie of the Year in 2018. She's two-time Defensive Player of the Year, four-time MVP, two-time champion, one-time Finals MVP. And they're in the finals right now. So potentially getting another championship and potentially another Finals MVP. Is she the GOAT of women's basketball?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, with the accolades, I think she's a four-time MVP. It's the most MVPs in women's basketball history. Um, some other names that popped up. I'll just read you the names that I thought of and their accolades. So Lisa Leslie, three-time MVP, two-time champ, two times Finals MVP. Diana Taurasi,
First woman to dunk in a game.
first woman to dunk. I think she's definitely a groundbreaker. Diana Taurasi, one-time MVP, three times champion. She's the all-time leading scorer. You got Tamika Catchings, which is one-time champ, one MVP, five Defensive Players of the Year. Sue
I
Bird, which is
follow her.
just you follow her on Instagram.
Tamika Catchings, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, best both sides of the ball player of all time. Um, Sue Bird is just a four-time champ, but we got Maya Moore, four-time champ. She only played 8 seasons, one MVP, one
Maya
Finals
Moore
MVP.
Maya Moore would be in that conversation, I think, if she didn't retire early. She retired when she was, well, she took years off because she was pregnant. And I think she got her law degree and defended somebody who she thought was wrongly imprisoned. And I think she got that guy off,
Yeah, she
if I'm not
did.
mistaken.
Yeah, she got him off, and I think they're married now. That could be misinformation, big time, but I think
Good
that
for them.
that yeah, for sure. And then the last name I had was Candace Parker, two-time
I think
MVP,
you're right,
two-time
actually.
champion, two-time Finals MVP, and two-time Defensive Player of the Year for Candace Parker. The only thing that Candace Parker has,
Candace Parker.
yeah, the only thing she has going against her is her
Fine.
last name,
Do you know who she was married to that played in the NBA?
Candace Parker.
Yes.
No, no, I don't.
Has has a child. Sheldon Williams.
I did know that. I did know that actually.
You remember him?
Yeah, you play for Duke.
If I'm not mistaken, uh, I think she's married to a woman now, though.
That's interesting. Or Sheldon.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna speculate on their marriage. Not really my bag.
That's fair. So yeah, so with those other names, like, are you saying Aja Wilson's the GOAT? Or are we saying she's, on her way in the conversation? Who else you got?
Uh, those are really the heavy hitters. You obviously have women who played before the WNBA, like Cheryl Miller,
Hmm.
um, who, I mean, just before her time, really. Ann Myers, who played, um, not played, she got a summer league invitation or like a tryout for the Indiana Pacers
Wow, I didn't know
in the
that.
70s. Yeah.
I guess where my thoughts are, I think my women's GOAT right now is still Candace Parker. And then I think Asia's creeping up on that, number three, four spot right now. But if her career continues the way it's going, she's going to be the undisputed GOAT of the WNBA.
Yeah, I don't know if Candace did enough to be the GOAT, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think she just kind of did it all. Two MVPs, two championships, two finals MVPs in those championships, and then two defensive player of the year. So she kind of just did it all.
Yeah, I mean, and she was fucking awesome at Tennessee.
Yeah.
What was Tennessee's coach at the time? Uh,
Pat Summit.
Pat Summit. Yeah, legend.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's talk some random questions. First random question. Do people actually eat the pepperoncinis in pizza?
Yes, because I do.
Normal people.
Then no, then that changes my answer.
So I don't eat the pepperoncinis in pizza. I would be interested to know the percentage of people that actually eat them. And I don't think I've ever eaten. I've definitely never eaten one, and I don't even think I've ever seen someone eat one.
Well,
So
you've
I
seen
think
me.
I don't think I've ever seen you eat one. Probably because you eat it so fast, it's gone so quick.
You probably didn't even know I had it in there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fight to get slices if I share a pizza with you.
Shut the fuck up. Don't do that.
Um, so I think we need to put a poll in this podcast episode of do you eat the pepperoncinis? That's what they are, right? Pepperoncinis.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I think we need to put a poll in, and if if people don't eat them, why do pizza places continue spending money on how many peppers do you think are wasted? And how much money could they save?
Well, it's just a garnish, just like, like little greens and shit that come out with dishes that people don't eat that are edible,
Yeah.
that I eat. Like chicken salad, like if you get some chicken salad, it'll come out on a piece of lettuce.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
fair.
I'll eat the lettuce, and most people just fucking let it sit there on their plate. But I mean, I'm not gonna waste a good piece of lettuce
Yeah, but that restaurant that served chicken salad uses that lettuce for other things. These pizza places don't use those peppers for anything else.
that we know of,
Fair. I don't think
because
you can order.
neither of
I
us
don't
have
think
worked at a pizza place.
maybe we'll get Allie. She was a manager at Domino's.
I swear to God, I was thinking the same fucking thing.
That's what we need to ask her when she comes on. We'll get her on an episode and it'll be solely centered around her managerial role at Domino's.
We could just have a bunch of pizza-based questions.
That'd be funny. Like,
Like,
don't tell her anything
like
about
we
it. Just
don't.
ask.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yep.
I like it. I like it. That's good. That should be episode one. I think we should do.
Okay.
All right, that's my first random question.
This kind of has something to do with what we talked about earlier. Um, Links or patties for sausage?
Links, I think they just taste better. They're juicier.
You like a juicy link?
I like a good juicy link. Yeah.
Okay, pause. Um,
I wanted to kind
that's
of
crazy.
drip out of the intestinal lining of the sausage.
Jesus Christ, son. I do. I think I prefer patties. I think I prefer
Really?
patties. Yeah. Sometimes with links, you get like that little like fatty piece that I hate.
Yeah. I mean, sausage is a lot of fat. It's very fatty. So I guess I see that, but yeah, I think links just taste better. Just personal opinion.
Also, like I typically get turkey sausage, and
Oh no, I
you
would
don't
not eat
get
it.
turkey sausage linked.
Yeah, you can, but they're not the same. It's bad. Turkey sausage links suck. If
It
I'm getting turkey sausage, it's gonna be a patty as well.
Turkey sausage links are kind of just a patty that's been formed into a link shape. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Right, exactly.
There's none of that like snap to it that you get
Yeah,
with a regular sausage.
there's no intestinal lining on the turkey sausage or link. Yeah.
There's no sausage skin.
There's no sausage skin, and it's not just juicing, oozing out of the sausage skin.
Hmm. Yep. Hmm.
All right,
Okay.
I'm with you there. So going back to what we were talking about earlier a little bit, what sport do you think it'd be easiest to go pro in? Like if you could start your life over, focus on one sport from birth. If you go pro, you succeed. If you don't, you fail. What sport do you pick? Your
I
genetic
would,
stats are the same. Like you are your same height. And obviously, you'd be a little thinner if you're a pro athlete, but
yeah, like, yeah, I would have played tennis because I'm already, like, I'm good at tennis objectively. Like, when I played in tennis leagues, I've been good against other people who have played most of their life, and it's just something I've picked up. So, um, obviously, I'm not as good as people who fucking play in college. That's not what I'm saying. But if I played tennis my whole life, I think I easily could have played in college.
I'm talking about professional.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the high level of professional, not like you could have played AAA baseball or anything like that. Like the professional league of that sport.
Yeah. Well, basketball is never an option just based on my size.
Right.
I do think if I did things differently, I probably could have played in college. Um, you know, not D1 or anything. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not big enough, fast enough. I think I could have played JUCO somewhere. Um, I think it would have to be something like tennis or like golf. Just based, I mean, if it's just me, football's not an option. Basketball's not an option. Baseball's not really an option. Just because I know me, I don't have the hand-eye coordination for baseball. Um,
What do you think you do for tennis?
well, I'm good at tennis and I'm not good at baseball, so I mean, there you go. It's different. Tennis is more similar to basketball just based on the movement,
Yeah,
like
no, I
the lateral movement. It's similar to basketball, which I don't, a lot of people might not understand that, but I mean, it's very similar. I think that's why
yeah,
I'm drawn to it. And a lot of
yeah,
guys who play baseball don't have the touch for tennis. They hit it too
fair.
hard.
Yeah, if that's fair.
Um, Lacrosse maybe because no one plays it.
That's yeah, that's definitely a key factor in the going pro thing.
Yeah, and I would still probably say tennis would be my
Okay.
best option.
That's fair. It's definitely a fair assessment. It's high on my list. I think sports like tennis, but you got to think of like those obscure sports that not a lot of people play. And I think that'd be like the ticket because we're just not going to be professional football, basketball players just based on height, weight, blah blah blah.
And the
It's
field.
just
I mean, there's so many people that play it too. Like then it's a numbers
exactly.
game.
Yeah, it's a numbers game that the chances are much less likely, but like pool, playing billiards.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that.
You know what I'm saying? Like technically it's a
Yeah.
sport you can go professional in. Now, is it a sport? That's a whole nother debate. But
And I know a professional pool player. So like you don't like I don't really know professional basketball players.
right. There's a lot less people that are probably trying to be professional pool players, especially as you're like growing up. Like you don't start from a as a child like getting into playing pool and think like this is my ticket.
Yeah,
Like
at least
cornhole.
not as an at least not as an American.
Yeah,
There's
true.
a lot of Filipinos that play pool.
Interesting.
Um, Efren Reyes, you know that name?
No.
The magician? Yeah, you should look that guy up. He's insane.
Interesting.
What'd you just say? Cornhole?
Cornhole.
I think we could fuck around and still go pro in cornhole.
Yeah, cornhole's a sport you can be professional at later in life for sure. But it's just another thing people don't think about. Water polo, swimming. I
I'm
think if
out.
I would have,
Anything water based, I'm out.
yeah, I think if I would have like never played a different sport in my life and focused solely on becoming a swimmer, I could have been okay. I got long arms, um, and if that would have been my sole focus, I think I could have been a pretty good swimmer.
Yeah, you got a good body for it. Pause. Play.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yeah. Well, I mean, well, it's another numbers game. You would have been a decent track athlete.
Yeah, I don't know about professional though. Depends on the event. Maybe like a pole vaulting or something like that, but I don't have like the top end speed to be a sprinter or anything.
Yeah. Do you
But
think if you, I mean, this is more of a, I'll do it for my question. I'll just base it off this question whenever we're done talking about it.
I think I could have succeeded in track if I would have ran like the mile or something very like mid distance type deal. I think if I would have really focused on that, I have to be significantly lighter than I am right now. But I think I could have went fairly far.
Yeah.
Women's
Interesting.
basketball.
Fuck, there's still time.
If I decided to be a woman, I think I could have went pretty far.
Yeah, I would like to see like like how because I know that high level women's basketball players are better than me at basketball. Like I don't have illusions about that.
Yeah.
I would like to see how far the gap is though.
Yeah, I mean, right now it'd probably be pretty far gap.
No,
But
I'm talking about me at my best.
yeah, 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 right, right, right.
Yeah. Me right now, I'm getting busted by pretty much I can barely fucking walk.
Not Angel Reese.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she cannot outshoot me. And I'll put a fucking band on that. There's no chance.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
She beat me one on one. I mean, I can't even move.
So with that, what are you gonna get the boy into?
I'm gonna put him in everything, see what he likes.
That's fair.
I don't know if he'll play football because Marissa doesn't like it. So that might be something he'd have to do when he's older.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that. I think,
If
if I think getting kids into football early really gets their understanding of the game and their fluidity in the game of football because if you put them in too late, they don't have the agility that comes with the early learning of football.
hold on one second.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you kind of know what I mean, but I just think like you understand the game a little bit more than if you just watch it on TV and then all of a sudden you're out on the field. Um, it's different. It's a different way of moving around. There's different like changes of speed and a different physicality that comes with it. A lot of people aren't ready for the physicality. Not that they're not capable of the physicality, but like I'm sure Mike can attest to this. Like if he is a strong guy and just went out there and tried to play like defensive line, like the violence that happens on the line of scrimmage is probably something that people are not ready for. It's a violent snap of the ball. It's pretty wild. I could see the young boy being a aspiring tennis star.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool. Hold on, talk for 1 second. I have a work thing I gotta handle. A guy complaining.
Okay, we're talking. Um, let's check my fantasy scores real quick. Um, I'm up in one league. I'm gonna win. The league that I'm in with Mike is, you know, it's one of those things where I hate it happens like this. I have a 95% chance to win. The other guy has a 5% chance, but I'm down. I'm down 125 to 119. I still have some people to play. He's got basically everybody on his team has already played. And I hate that feeling. Like, yes, I should win based on who I have left to play, but I'm down currently. So I'm down 125 to 119. I have Omarion Hampton, Quentin Johnston, and Xavier Worthy left to play. So in theory, I should get those 6 points and win, but like it's not a guaranteed. Hampton has 12 at halftime. Quentin Johnston has 3.6, two catches for 27 yards at halftime, and Xavier Worthy plays Monday at 7:15. But the stress of having to go into Monday night being down in your fantasy league and just relying on one person, especially one player that already had a crazy injury the first play of the game, is not stress that I want in my life. So hopefully I pull through. In my other league, I'm gonna lose. I got a 1% chance to win. I'm down 95 to 131. I got Chris Godwin and Jamison Williams. They're both playing like shit. Chris Godwin is 5.6 going midway through the third, and then Jamison Williams has one catch for 9 yards at halftime. So, shock of the century. Should have started Sam Laporta and my flex, and I should have started Jordan Addison. But he was playing like garbage too, and I think he caught like a touchdown way late to win the game, but I wasn't watching that game. T. Higgins, surprise, surprise, is one catch for 7 yards. But the thing about T. Higgins, and now that you're back, Tyler, we got to talk about this for a second. Like, will you drop T. Higgins? You can't trade for him. Nobody wants him. I drop him.
No, I think you have to keep him. He's too big. I mean,
He's
the
unplayable though.
potential there. Yeah, I know, but the potential's there.
I also have Rashi Rice just sitting on that bench too. So I have two players that are absolutely unplayable. Can't be put on my IR. It's tough,
I hate that the suspended thing you can't. I mean, I get it because he's not hurt,
right?
but I feel like I'm paying for his crimes type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just tough because if I drop him, I know what's going to happen, and someone will pick him up immediately, and then he'll go crazy when he comes back. But if I keep him, he's going to probably come back and either get hurt or have a dog shit season, and I'm going to look like an idiot. Same with T. Higgins. If I drop T. Higgins, somebody's going to immediately pick him up, and they'll trade for another quarterback or whatever the case may be, and he'll start playing good. So I'm just I'm just screwed in that league. Don't know what to do. It is what it is. But yeah. So fantasy outlook, I should be, I should split this week. I'll take a split. In the league that it really matters in, I should win, even though it doesn't really matter in that league. But it'd be like that. You back?
Yeah. Just guy, one of my clients, there's for the closing. He was like, he said, "Holy shit! I didn't know the seller had to cover all the closing costs. Y'all breaking my balls over here.
Is he the seller,
Damn,
I'm
I
assuming?
should have paid. Yeah, damn, I should have paid attention in school." Um, the funny thing is, like, he's not paying for all the closing costs, obviously. Um, the you have to, as an agent, send estimated closing costs sheet, and I send them a sheet and they signed it with that explained everything already. So it's kind of like maybe you should pay attention to what you're signing.
Yeah, that'll happen on those bigger jobs.
Like it's a pretty serious thing you're doing.
Definitely. Signatures on
And
stuff like that are crazy.
and I explained it to his wife,
Who probably knows and they're probably just not communicating.
which that ain't got nothing. As long as that check clears, baby, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I feel that. While we're on the topic of that, we got selected for this house that we're gonna rent in Colorado by the owners. So we're just waiting on the background check to clear and then the pet screening to go through. So basically, if nothing's weird on our background check or our credit history, which it shouldn't be, um, and they are cool with our dogs having their vaccinations and all that stuff, looks like we're gonna get the spot that we wanted, which I'm pretty pumped about. Obviously, it's not official till it's official, but um, like we're pretty pumped about that.
So you end up getting that house you wanted?
Not officially, but we're like 90% there. Background check and the pet screening's got to be signed off on, and then we'll be good to go.
Cool.
You guys will
You have
have
to
to
pay pet rent.
plan. Say what?
You have to pay pet rent.
Yeah, $25 per pet just on top of the lease, which is fine.
So $50 a month.
Yeah, 50 extra dollars a month, which is what we charge at our house that we rent out to. So
Yeah. Standard practice.
we just do $50 straight up, maximum two pets.
Okay.
You got a another random question?
I do.
All right.
How long do you think this lizard lives for?
How long you had him?
Almost 9 years.
I think I think he's got another six in him.
That'd be cool. I think they can
Pretty
live to
sure.
like 20.
Yeah, no, I think they can live pretty long.
How long did Sammy have hers?
I don't know, but it was a decent amount of time. I think it was over 10 years.
Were you around for that or was that before you?
No, I was around for that for a little bit. It was a pain in the ass.
I mean, you just throw some worms in there.
Yeah. They're odd little creatures.
She had a leopard gecko too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pascal.
Yeah, I thought that was his name. There's
Yeah.
other ones. Like leopard geckos aren't as social as like if you get a bearded dragon,
Uh-huh.
they're like pretty social and you can like take them out and I think they eat vegetables too. Like Rick doesn't eat anything but live bugs. Like he
Worms.
won't eat a dead bug.
Unless he's fucking hungry, I bet he'll eat a dead bug. Start starving him in
Won't do
there.
it. Won't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. If he doesn't feel good, because he's been sick a couple of times, like he's got like a cut or something that I've had to like treat with like Neosporin, he won't eat when he doesn't feel good.
Damn. Interesting.
And then you're like, is he gonna die? Like he didn't eat for a month once.
Dang. It's pretty wild. All right, let's jump into Pat's peeves and then we'll close this sucker out. So first Pat's peeve is when you're driving and somebody has their turn signal left on and they just continue driving, not realizing their turn signal's still on. I hate that. Drives me crazy.
That is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, like I'm sure I get it, your music's probably loud or whatever you're listening to, but like the thing is blinking on your dashboard. Just pay a little attention.
That happens to me like when me when me when I am driving and I do like I'm in the left turn lane and I do a left turn, but it's not enough of a turn that you turn the wheel enough to get that click. That's
Yeah.
the only time that ever happens to me where I don't turn it off.
Yeah, like if you're merging or something, you throw on your turn signal and then it doesn't click off. But like It's blinking on your dashboard and it's making a noise. Like,
Yeah.
just turn it off. Pay a little attention. Okay, and Tyler's still in phone land, so I will go with my second Pat's peeve, and it is when people block an intersection. So the other day I was driving, I was stopped at a stoplight. It was the first car at the stoplight. So when it turned green, I was going to go. And these people were making a left-hand turn, and traffic was backed up in the lane they were trying to turn into. And they were just continuing on and on. And then their light turned red, but there was nowhere for them to go. So there's like two cars completely in the intersection. And my light turned green, and then I could not go because they were blocking the intersection. So then my light turned red, and I was unable to move. And I was furious.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I was annoyed.
Okay, I got a Pat's peeve. The lack of fame that we've received from this. Granted, we have not done one singular thing to try and get any sort of following, but I was kind of hoping after 100 episodes it would have happened organically.
If you told me when we started the podcast that we would have done 100 episodes and there would be the same three people listening to it, and I would tell you you're wrong.
It's basically just a weekly journal.
It's kind of like a weekly phone call that we have with all of our friends, but they're not in on the phone call.
Yeah, and then they can send us Snapchats throughout the week of how many things we got wrong and how stupid
Yeah,
we are, and
yeah.
yeah.
Which is nice. It keeps us tuned in. I think we need to get more people on more consistently.
Yeah, I mean, we were having guests there for a while. I think the people we have to have on are Mike, Corey, Drew, three most consistent listeners.
Yeah,
Kevin, Wesley.
yeah.
I don't know if Wesley listens as much anymore, but
Yeah, he sent me some
he's earned
snaps
his
about
earned
he
his.
sent me some snaps recently, like reacting to some of the things we said.
Bryce, obviously, he's up there with the most consistent listeners.
Yeah.
Um, I think we should get Allie on.
Hmm.
That puts us at 6 or 7, and then Ed Ryan.
Yeah. I just truthfully, like, if you look at our stats, more people listen, and I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't even know if those numbers are real.
They might be made up.
Um, I think what it definitely does is I think it if someone listens to an episode and listens to another episode within a week, I think it counts that person as two listeners.
Maybe, but it talks about like distinct devices. There's like two separate things. There's one thing that talks about, plays more than 60 seconds. So that makes sense that the numbers inflated a little bit because people will start listening, get to where they're going, obviously, and then you know, they'll listen again when they get back in the car or whatever it may be. But it talks
Yeah.
about
Yeah, the
distinct
plays I get.
devices. Yeah,
Yeah, it's usually like 11
yeah,
distinct devices.
right. And it'll be
So,
like, 37 plays or something like that.
um, I say fuck it. I'm just gonna start sharing it now that we're big time 100 episode boys.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not on any of my personal socials, but like on Reddit or something.
Yeah, sure. We'll get flamed by randos now.
I can hear my son crying, saying, "Dad, why are you doing 100 episode podcast? I need my diaper changed."
That's funny. Mike's like, and then we'll close it out, and it's just making the right fantasy decision. Starting Waller over Juwan Johnson.
Great decision.
Yeah, I appreciate the help.
You, yeah,
Other than that, I don't got much else to close it out. 100 episodes.
Crazy.
Pretty wild. So
I think going forward, I think we start taking this thing a little serious.
all right, dude. We'll bring that energy. Bring that energy for 101.
We'll see how I do next week. Well, next week, I think next week I might just re-air an old episode because you're going to be on that bachelor trip, and
Yeah,
then
I won't be back till Monday. I mean, I could potentially do a short something, but or you can have a guess, whatever it may be.
maybe I'll get a guest on here. We'll figure it out. And then I'm gonna end the episode with a little message from Allie after we're done talking. I'm not gonna listen to it, so if it's racist, that's just what she is.
It probably will be knowing her.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Stay tuned for the sponsored message from a previous manager at Domino's.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
See you.
Congratulations on 100 episodes, with a total amount of listeners being 11. Wes said 6. I'll give you 11. Not to be misconstrued with 7-Eleven, a very nice grocery store, and definitely not to be mixed up with 9/11. A great day for Tyler's baby to have been born. Missed opportunity, really. Love you.